if I do they, it'll be Michael. Keisha spicy, tip and trainy. Yellow bone chick look like Hey Donnie. Freaking the sheets, freak on them please. Been hooked since big old free. I realized that I was with R&B, so I rap beat. These got no name on them. Wish these hoes stop trying to put claim on them. He come around me, get game on him. If he don't go, then I already came on him. These new hoes sound like my mixtape. Saying my name like it's clickbait. I don't take if they come with the dishes. I don't shit if they come in his name. I'm not your better yet, cause I don't sleep on me. Look like a lick, then I'm putting the freak on them. I look at niggas that's begging, I'm paying. Cause my shit young thug and I'm the rich homie. Boy, I ain't finna read all the text, don't know what it said, but I send that's a bet. Lately my patience been getting real low. Lately I feel like I need no respect. It was the money for me, ayy. He gon' go dummy for me, ayy. He ain't that cute, but he could dress. He's to protect for me, ayy. It was the need for him, the way that it squeezed for him, ayy. He a whole lot of but it was the mean for him. Hey, y'all wanna take me out so bad. I make all of y'all hoes so mad. Hoes went about them big ass teeth. Hear me out spell, still going outside. Hoes got jokes, but don't never wanna stand up. Hoes got balls, but you know I got him.
Hello, 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 hello. Happy Friday. We are here. We are here to talk about grits. Welcome, y'all. We are happy to have you here. I don't want to waste too much time because I can't wait to hear what Ashley has to say about this episode. Ashley, how are you feeling and are you ready to get into grits? Muted. Are you still muted? Oh, let me see.
Maybe. I got it.
Oh,
I was.
I
Hello,
heard you.
everybody. Happy Friday. Hope everyone is filled with gratitude and had a blessed day yesterday, all the things. But yes, Tyra, I'm feeling great. I am ready to get into it. I don't know what Dejanim was doing over there in the writer's room, but there's a lot to talk about here. A lot I have on my mind. A lot I got to get off my chest as well. So yes, friend, I am ready to get into it. Hello,
Most
everybody.
definitely. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. Let us know what you're thinking about our commentary below. And if you would love to get into it, be sure to check the show out. It's available on All Black. Gonna
Chill.
start where we always start. Ashley, overall thoughts for this episode.
Overall thoughts. Just put it in your mouth. That's my overall thoughts from the episode. Just put it in your mouth. Tyra hit me up on Instagram like immediately after her watching. I was still watching Stranger Things. I had not gotten over here yet. And she was like, oh, my chest. Oh, Ashley, I can't. Put it on. Watch it. Put it on. I can't believe they just did. I said, what? Okay, so we're watching. And there's an event that happens in a hair store early in the episode. And I was like, oh, that must be what she's talking about. Because that was hilarious and comical and all of the things. I had no clue what I was about to walk into. I will give it up for the shock and awe, but it was traumatizing as hell. It's a place I don't want to go again. But we're pushing the narrative along further. Our young ladies are making some of the dumbest decisions and dumbest moves ever. And at this point, Tyra, I just want to know how it's all going to end up. If that a good episode makes, then this was great. You know what I mean? If an episode is supposed to make me want to know what's next, what they could possibly do to top that, then this episode accomplished that mission. It did
Girl,
that. What you think of it?
girl, this episode 5. Girl, acting like this in episode 5? What happens in the finale? Look at here. First of all, kudos to the directors and the writers. Whoever is on cinematography is doing a great job. I love the way that this episode was lit, and I always love the lighting in the skating room. This is a very, very brown skinned cast, and everybody is always lit to perfection. Love that. The acting was great. Um, shocking off. Shocking off. It takes some balls to go here in any show. So to do it here when I was least expecting it, I was shocked. I was like my chest. I had clutched. Oh God, I had to do one of those. But at the same time, I was happy that I could do one of those. How many shows are you watching right now, anywhere where it's like really a gag moment? Like, oh my God, it's hard for me to be shocked. Ashley and I watch so much TV, so many movies, just show after show after show, that the plots become predictable and we can see something coming a mile away. Out of all the things that I expected to see here in this particular show, that was not one of them. But I'm gonna tell you why I don't mind it and why I maybe do. And I know Ashley's gonna share why she does also. But let's get into because other stuff happened here besides that.
A
No,
lot of
no.
shopping happened. So again, I did not expect that last piece. I was like, oh, maybe it's mama getting her cootenanny ate good. Maybe it was the taser. Maybe, you know what I mean? There were so many other things that I just wasn't expecting
I
in the
would never. In what world? How many places throughout that city you like put it on right now because you need to see what's going on? So have you watched it? I'm not gonna call you for nothing. Now, getting into the beginning of this episode, let's just go ahead and start with Fran because this is the beginning of the end for her and her messing up, and we see how far she's willing to go later in the episode, making a dumb decision. Francis is out here being remember when Vanessa went over and had big fun with the wretched. Francis is over here having big fun with the wretched. We're sitting here very comfortable at our job with big man. Like, you know what? Tastes real good, friend. Tastes real good. You get on down to that culinary school, girl. All you got to do is apply. The closer you get there, the bigger and better that this could be because food is delicious. Yeah, we're hearing that, but we're also focusing on our current gig. We see yet another car. This is just the car. This is Francis's dream car for whatever reason. Before getting into that later, just here, Francis is so comfortable. We already know how things are unfolding in the city. This is worldwide right now. Everybody knows about it. You are pointing the finger in your direction in more ways than one. And how comfortable and bold she is here is just absolutely unsafe and downright stupid. Actually, how did you feel about Francis? Yeah, you see how she bumped the white girl? Like, yeah, I got this. Let me go and get that. Living her best life. Is culinary school even a factor at this point?
Friend, the man needs to go to Baltimore and have big fun with the wretched because she's not going to be safe in Memphis. I don't know what is going on in her mind that makes her think that people who drive these cars are just going to be so okay with you driving their rides. It's jail or hell for Francis. At this point, I don't think culinary, I don't think the cordon bleu, I don't think the cooking school up the street is where Fran is headed. I think it is jail or hell for Fran the man. Because girl, what are you doing? He came in there. He said 12. She said, no, that's not enough. When he came back with 15, I said, well, cool. We get that 15. Tax debt almost paid off for the house, and we can stop. No, this is not about the money for Fran. This is about some sort of identity. This is about some sort of adventure kink or whatever. But it's beyond all of this. What I will say, I do appreciate about the writing is that, you know, when you get older, you mature, right? You get a couple more wrinkles in your brain, like all of your cortexes and things are formed. They're still at an age where they're delayed. You know what I mean? And not for any reason of their own. It's just because they haven't fully developed in the brain yet. Because there's no reason or no way that all of these young ladies are making the choices that they're making right now. And I like how the writers are taking us down through there with them. But I want to choke her out. I want to say, Fran, get your life together, baby. This could have been your last job if you did what you needed to do with that first money you made. Put that, get the house secured, you know what I mean? Maybe pull one more lick and you will have some spending money, some walking around money, and you'll be good. But no, it's something different. This is about status. This is about identity for Fran. This is finally about her finding something that she's good at. And I feel like she's seeing a return for the first time. But no, this ends badly for Fran. I don't know about a season 2. I don't know if we been greenlit yet. But if we do, we're going to be writing her letters in the Pinta. I don't think she's out walking free, Tyra. I don't.
I mean, when you put this kind of target on your back, like how many cars at this point have you stolen? It's one thing to roll up, go far away to a different city, hit whatever that lick is, come back, and this is your home. You are on your own turf at your current job, stealing cars, and you don't think anybody's going to notice. Nobody's going to draw anything. This little valet service, nobody has any cameras to go, well, Francis was the last one seen in the car. She parked and, valeted it or went and did whatever. It's only going to be so long before this catches up to you. And Francis ain't built for no jail. Girl, you can't go to jail. You can't do no bad time. It's just messed up. But yeah, we're not thinking about cooking nothing. None of them scrimps or anything that we saw earlier on. But let's go here.
For them dry grits.
No, baby. Let's start with that. Let's. I just love how you get so disappointed. It's like, ugh. Let's start start with Ty, because baby, no, nobody said it was easy, baby. Like I was like, oh, is Ty like doing a video? Did she book a job? Is bona fide pouring into Ty, delivering on some of that pillow talk? No, we just paying for our own shoots and at the prospects of hopefully getting an agent and getting some work. And baby girl's there too. This might not be something that I bring baby girl to. Maybe not this one, but baby is just happy to spend some time with her mom. As we keep noticing, Ty has some image issues and she's not as confident, even though she is in this role. It's very like, can you cinch me? Can you snatch my waist? Can you lift up my cheeks? Because it's like, baby, it's giving. You don't need to fix nothing. But this is clearly a friend, and it's like, well, what's going on with you and Eddie? And since the show started, all she says, we ain't even together. We not together. So yeah, but this week. What about next week? You guys are very, very inconsistent and on and off. But how's school? If you put as much passion into nursing
Come
and
on.
studying that you put here, you'll probably get more return on that. She says, because I got just one more assignment to fail, and that's just it. It's just like, well, baby, nobody ever said that this was going to be easy, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. Ty don't want to hear that. Ty does not want to hear that. She wants her big break in a different way. We call it grandma a biatch here. So grandma, what? Like, oh, don't have a baby down here at the photo shoot, huh? Maybe not here. But once again, Ty just can't seem to get out of her own way and stop chasing her own ambition, at least the right one at this point. Ashley, how did you feel about this photo shoot?
27 piece got to be stopped. 27 piece has got to be stopped. I'll say it one more time just for Dr. Umar's sake. 27 piece must be stopped. At this point, girl, focus on real life. And so I made a statement a couple episodes back, and I need to recant my statement because apparently Bonafide did give her a little bit of money because that's what she took to have this photo shoot. But again, I didn't see the money exchange hands, so I didn't know for sure. And she was acting like a brokey when somebody said, can you put on this light bill, right? And I would think a light bill would be a priority over a photo shoot. But excuse me, that's just
Oh, that's
growing.
where this money came from.
That's what I'm assuming. That's the assumption. Where else she get it? Or was it from Big Daddy Pastor on the OnlyFans? On the fans only,
I
excuse me.
thought this was OnlyFans money. Fans
Um,
only.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Then I stand it on business, bona fide. Run the funds, bona fide. I need to see the funds exchange hands. But no, this pissed me off so bad because not only are you scantily clad with your titties and your tail hanging out in front of your minor child, you're also discussing very grown folk business in front of her. You say in this conversation, oh, she's a human recorder or, mimic or whatever, a parrot. So that means she's going to run home and she's going to tell somebody if you have a home to go home to 27 piece after the events of this episode. But no, I'm finally glad it seems like she got one real friend out here. Cause at least he, she, they, I don't know their pronouns, said, baby, what are you doing in your life? You always say that about that man, but you living there for free and doing all of the things. Also, yeah, I'll touch up these places. I'm a magician, but outside of that, what about school? It's hard. It's supposed to be hard, baby. That's how life works. Now, do that so you can fund the rest of it. I said, oh, someone does love her. And someone did come with her with the truth of the matter, because everything I hear from the homegirls, Keisha and Fran, them is very much, oh, how was that? What that strap be like? Like, girl, but what about your child? How about the mother-daughter time? This when I asked for mother-daughter time, it wasn't this. And calling Elise Neal that B word is not going to bode well for you, girl. You might as well pack it up and move into that storage unit, 27 piece, because I fear you will have no place to go home to. Every episode, I'm more and more disappointed. You're a mother. You're a mother.
We're missing something. There is a disconnect with Ty, and regardless of how she feels about Mama, Mama is allowing you to stay there rent free. Mama is taking care of your daughter. She's helping when you need to, and regardless of that, baby, I think it could be harder. Um, I need some more background on Ty. No,
It's because we still don't know where her people are. Because
that's
where your
what I'm
mama
saying.
at?
I think that's where the disconnect is. For Ty to just think that that this environment is even okay is, questionable, or to say the things that she's saying, and the fact that you could just loathe Eddie and his mother, but it's given you don't have anywhere else to go. It's given we were maybe put out, or we like a teenage mom, or we did something
Mhm.
like what I think is some things that we don't know yet. Even her like self body image and her confidence at times, something is just off, and maybe that's something that'll unfold later. But it was nice, actually. Somebody does love her. It's nice that she did have someone here. Clearly, I feel like this is an older friend, and it's just like, yes, baby, this is life. This is life, and this is what it is. Both of these things can exist at the same time. You can still pour into yourself, your ambition, but baby, the money is over there. You need to go back to school. Yeah, all right. And she's not trying to hear it, but we will see. Ain't no more mama house now. Where we going now? Ain't nowhere to go now.
Yeah.
But child leaving this here, baby. This was hilarious. This was hilarious. Keisha, keep a check, Keisha, because Keisha gonna do some hair. $40 braids, Keisha. Girl, I went up on my prices. I charge more than that now. But be $40 braids, Keisha is gonna do some heads and pay that overhead and keep that rent going. Cause who going to whose daddy's house? Not me. Who going over there to Pastor Savior and ask him for money? Not me. But we need a few more packs of hair. Let me go down to the beauty supply. Not you trying to hide, Keisha. I said, Keisha, baby, doing a poor job as big as this beauty supply was. You couldn't find a better place to hide. Keisha said, baby, I can't fight. I can't show you what the hands do. I need to get that. Girl, I can't do it right now. She's like, oh, nope, saw you. Bria rolled up with all the smoke. Ho, saw you with my man. What business and braids you got that's going on at 2 o'clock in the morning, slow motion and skating and kissing in the middle of the damn street?
Yeah.
Baby, we already knew that this was gonna happen. She said, baby, not only that, you need to buy me a new wig. I ain't forgot when friends snatched my wig off, punched me in the face. This is just sad. As Keisha says, like, we grown. You've been doing this since high school. Like, I ain't never did nothing to you. Like, I don't want to hear any of that. Maybe I just had some beef with you just because before, but now you with my man, and he used to look at me like that. Bria is unhinged. This is not going to end well for Keisha. Keisha keeps brushing her off as if she's nothing to worry about, and is doing nothing but escalating. If we just tried to pull a razor blade, talking about breaking kneecaps, like, girl, you in the mafia? But what are you doing? All this extra business, all about her thinking about you kissing him in the street. What's going to happen when it gets further than that? Thankfully, Keisha came prepared. Oh, espionage. She's like, look over there. Girl, baby, the way Bria convulsed and fell out. She said, you want some of this too? Oh, hell no. Go about yourself, Keisha. You and your goddamn place. Go that way, because I'm not trying to get shocked. Absolutely hilarious, but this is not the last that we have seen from Bria. When she rolls up again, I hope she has that taser once again, because Keisha cannot fight. Ashley?
You gotta put Bria down. You gotta put Bria. Ain't no playing with a Bria. Bria is psychotic lightweight. If she kick you down like she did skating and pulled a blade out of her mouth to slice, you were talking about you got this pretty face, girl. You want to keep this pretty face, or let me break your kneecaps? Oh no, ho, I'm not about to play with you. I gotta like hurt you bad, or I gotta take you out at this moment. And Keisha really pissed me off in this, cause don't be no punk. Like, here's the thing, you know this girl came after you. Like, when I see you, need to be running from me. When you see me, Bria, you need to be ready. This is not that. I'm not finna, well, Bria, we better than this. Like, we went to high school together. That was, oh no, slap that hoe. You gotta act crazier than the crazy person. Like, there's no getting around this. I haven't seen a person pull a razor blade out like that since I was a teenager. And I think my cousin
And
used to
I
fight like that. And they used to slice the girls. They would either put it up here, or they would have it in this pocket in their cheek, and they would
very
pull it out. And
very Foxy Brown, very coffee.
listen, very, yeah, very. We just watched that. But yeah, Keisha pissed me off, because don't be no punk, Keisha. I mean, have a little bit of heart in you. The taser was cute, but lead with that. At this point, when you're walking around Memphis, sister, have it in your hand. I honestly need you to get licensed for a blicky, because I don't think Bria goes away. I think Bria got issues with that man of hers, and what pissed me off furthermore, at the end of the episode, you own his couch again, Keisha. So you really don't think fat meets greasy. This type of hoe will blow up your car. She will put will sugar in your gas tank. She will be outside your house. Memphis ain't big, baby. Like, and after this, after you in the beauty supply in front of
After she
people
what actually?
at the beauty supply, there's no way you're getting off with this. You're not. You can take her out, Keisha. Like you gotta fight her. Like there's nothing else you could do. You can't play around with people like this.
Keisha is a little privileged, like unlike the girls. I don't think she's had to get out there like that. She comes from a different place, so it's like I don't know how to fight. Like you gotta fight, Celie. You gotta learn how to fight, ma'am. You gotta show up who got the upper hand. Clearly, it's not you. Right now, you got the upper taser, but that's not gonna always work. Like
No, baby.
I don't
Not when she
know.
coming from behind. We already seen it, Bria, in action at the skating rink. Nothing's off limits.
No, we had friend later in this episode in the skate ring say, you know what, I'm sick of this hoe. This needs to end. Let me go and roll up on Bria with it. No, 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 it's all right. It ain't even all of
Yeah.
that. Like she know what it is. I tased her earlier, ma'am. She said, "$150 across your face." Hello. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Ain't no
We're
talking next time, guarantee, Brie, about that action.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible.
Awful. Living this here, getting here, cause baby. All right, all right. You know what? Pastor Savion just needs to go and go to hell for me. Just go on, log off for me, sweetness. Go on. Cause you're tragic. You're awful. You were already sleeping with this woman. We learned that she was married, I think, first episode. It's one thing. Like who was that? Carolyn said, like, y'all don't even care. Y'all don't even try to be modest about it in public. Y'all loud and all outside. Pipe down. Everybody knows that you piping down this woman and probably some other women in this church. But to give counsel to these married people and have her husband come in here and confide in you about their broken little marriage because he working all the time. Maybe I need to work less. Oh no, don't work less. I need you to be at work so Pastor can drop the dick off. What you mean? You not go to work? Go to work. We in here. Thank you, Pastor. Amen. Yes, God. Backslider. Yeah, you got to love your woman. Ain't she beautiful? Yeah, it was given. I had that ass in the office. No type of discretion. Not even a little cute. But before we can get out of here, is that an earring over there under the tape? The show looked like my wife's earring. What the hell? Your earring doing over there? It's giving y'all got frisky on the office desk. It's giving he was hitting it from the bike and your earring fell out and flew across the room. We're gonna have to answer for this later because this man is not as stupid as they think he is. Ashley, how did you feel about this and what do you think is going to happen? Because this could easily, well, I'm the pastor's reception. My earring just probably fell out, babe. Like, can this just be explained away, or is this man going to be on Pastor Savion's ass?
Well, I mean, I do. I think if wife really knows how to finesse her husband, which seemingly she does, that's easily explainable. Oh, yeah, honey, I was dropping off papers. I must have dropped my earring, because she works at the church part-time. She does her job and then works at the church. He knows that. The issue is Pastor Savion done crossed too many people this very season. We had that man he didn't get that money to in the beginning, and now we have this husband who, although I think she is going to talk it away, he's now forever going to have his eyes peeled. And watching the two of them, he'll definitely find out. And this will be, let me put this right here. I have a prediction. By the end of the season, an attempt is going to be made on the good pastor's life because he's playing in too many faces. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of them is her husband. She's a mess. She likes the excitement of this. I've only met very few women like this in my real life who kind of get turned on by the idea of, their partner finding out that they're having an affair and like this kind of weird situation. But the pastor's diabolical. He's definitely a degenerate. And we need to see more of that degenerate nature revealed. We got so many allusions or people alluding to the fact of how bad he is. We get the wife saying, I stay at this church because I feel like I had to cover his sins and the people of the church need a stable figure there to come back to. What all has the good pastor done? What all is the good pastor a part of other than clapping chinks and being on the OnlyFans? This is what I want to know. Also, why are we doing dual marriage counseling? I don't like that. Get them at one couple at a time, sir, and you need somebody in there with you, because don't no single pastor need to be counseling couples, in my opinion, unless he's a widower and then lost his wife. Because what you got to teach them, and you couldn't keep your own marriage together, sir. I don't like it, Tyra, and I don't like Pastor Savion, even though he got that beard lined up this episode, and he was looking very much more good to me. But we started there.
Basketball has been very, very good to me.
To
Um,
me.
Diabolical. This is not going to end well. Like you said, some attempts, a few maybe made on his life. As far as what he has his hands in, everything. I think everything that's low down in the town, he's getting in and has a take from it. It ain't
For sure.
nothing going down that he don't know about, that he not getting a kickback from. Because baby, that little church front with all 16 of his members was giving donate to the building fund. Yeah, we're not getting that much money from the church. No, that's why. Yeah, everybody, just give me $500. What, sir, please, no. So you can send it to Ty? Absolutely not. Get out of here. But yeah, this was sad. Gonna talk to this man about how to keep his wife. Now let's get over here with Carolyn. All right, you know what? I'm trying what you're doing sitting over there when you know you need some sun, Stella. I'm trying with Stella, okay? Um, like you said, we had that conversation with Keisha. I was glad that she was here, have a little mama daughter time. Like, oh, you must like this man. You really hopping out. Let me put my eyes on him because I need to know what's going on. Does Daddy know you, Dave? Girl, I didn't live my life too long for Daddy. Once again, Carolyn, what's all going on in the church that you feel like you need to go there and be a buffer? Like for what? And what kind of? I'm just going, to show my face in the place, and it's not even about that. So you're not getting no financial nothing from nothing. You just I walked away with nothing. I ain't even keep my ring. Okay. But we meet this man who's just as shifty as they come. Don't trust this man. Carolyn is too happy and too trusting. It's giving that she's been under Pastor Savion's thumb for so long. And even just the people in the city, who woman? Yeah, don't nobody talk to her. Don't nobody look at Carolyn. It's hard for me to date anyway. But here's a man, a 6'7" man. who ain't scared? So you're not scared? You really let that be the case? You're still asking me one too many questions. Carolyn is revealing a bit too much, and he's a boundary pusher. I really don't like that. Well, I got some virgin margaritas. Well, they cost the same. Well, you should have might. Well, yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time, because girl, I'll get a drink. Why? It's already an issue because we met each other and we're trying to focus on our sobriety as well as dating. But baby, when Carolyn said, well, how much would you need to just, take the day and go to the Erica Badu concert with me? Girl, you trying to, pay? Girl, I could never take your money. I didn't offer you no money yet, sir. But the fact that it would even be a discussion or anything, because I'm out here, I may have to go work on the truck. The moment that she tries to get closer to him and spend some time with him, that's not of his making and his planning, because who knows who he really is. All of a sudden, you can't come and you've been called to work, and it's hard out here for a player trying to pay the rent. All right. Day's going well. Jazz is jazzing, bumping and grinding, and whoop, back that ass up. Well, hold on, wait, I got something in my pockets. What you got in your pockets, 6'7"? I got some, some little regulation weed. Something to take the edge off of what, sir? You want some weed? Okay, we can smoke it later. Why are you offering me weed? Something is off and seedy and questionable about his character. I don't like that we are focusing on our sobriety and you're offering me weed and you're blowing it in my face. No, we got to the sex. Carolyn wrapped the legs around that man's waist. He went down there. He was eating it, isn't it? He was hungry. He was hungry down there. Carolyn is having a good time. Like she said, she likes attention and he's giving her a lot of it. But yeah, man, I wish I could help you, starting a business and getting your own fleet. But I don't have no money. All I got is my name. Anime, why are you releasing that type of information? And why is that even in conversation on the second date about what you could do for his business so he could be independently wealthy? Carol, please. Ashley, what did you think about this date?
Mama said ain't nothing worse than an old fool. Now, Miss Carolyn, I need you to get yourself together and act like you've been somewhere and had something. Like, this was crazy as hell to me. And here's the thing. I knew about 6'4" from Queen Sugar. I told y'all that from the very beginning. I know who this man is. But I hate to come against a man who speaks well into the box, Tyra. I hate it because it's a gift. It's a talent. It's something to be appreciated and adored. And when a man can really, really talk into that box, it can change things. It can shift things, all right? And so I really hate that he's a degenerate, but he is. Girl, he is. I said, oh yeah, so he can't go to the concert with you in 2 weeks, honey, because he's going to be out of here. He knows what it is. He's going to have worked his con on you, got the story for the paper, or got that evidence he needs to get the indictment. That's all that could happen here with 6'4". And the fact that she's so oblivious to it, and the fact that he says to her, yeah, I know you in recovery. We ordered these mocktails that cost just as much as the regular drink, so you know how much I spent on these drinks. They was expensive, right? But I got this ganja right here, as Tyra said, got drugs in his pocket, ready to take you down another road. He knows you're addicted. He knows you was a crackhead.
Do you see how he was hitting it? I was like, is it late? Is that just weed?
It was probably laced, a primo, I think is what they used to call it back in the olden days. But listen, alas, he gets crackhead energy himself. And when we're there, and I get it, talking into the box can make things change. It can shift your mind for a moment. But I fear she was slow from the beginning, because there's no way this man says, well, all I need is a cosigner, man. I would do it for you. I would love to cosign. How is you cool? You don't know this man from Adam, first of all, and he's a man. And you're saying to me, you're going to put your credit on the line. Your credit that's extended by your ex-husband, who's probably paying your rent as we speak, that you would love to co-sign for him. And he'll say, oh, really? Oh, really? Let's work on that a little bit more. I see through you, 6'4". I know what this is. You done ate that box so good, she's going to be calling your name. She's going to do everything she can to get that money from you. Dare I say, even steal from the church folk. We're going to see. But listen, an article, an indictment, or a scheme set up by
Todd. Mm-hmm. To come to you with the bullshit. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I knew it was going to be bad because I don't know if it was the ponytail, but if anybody has seen South Central, Carolyn here was reminding me of Carol on down there. So I had to go down to County Bobby. I had the baby by myself. It was giving South Central with that yucky ponytail. She was looking good. She had a red lipstick on and a red dress, just out here being stupid. Say, Carolyn, what you mean you going to pay for it all about some cat because he ate some box? Oh, long ass on that little ass couch. I say, sir, you need a little bit more leg room to be eating box. That's a love seat. But anyway, that's a love seat. 6'7". What is you thinking of?
Baby, when I saw the cellulite come out, I saw he went to work.
Did you see the thigh meat? I said, oh.
I said, he pushed them legs. Go to work.
Real thigh.
Go to work. I saw it.
Oh, it's so ignorant. Real thigh, it was thigh. I said, oh, you know what? Shout out to the cellulite thighs. I wasn't going to say nothing. Put more cellulite thighs on TV. We don't see enough of everybody got prim and proper tone thigh meat. No. Let me see what that jiggle do. I said, look at Keisha trying to sell it. Yes. Loved it. Love it. Let me get these super chats here. Thank you so much, Dane, for the super chat. Peace, ladies. Hope y'all saved my plate. Hello, Dane, and happy belated Thanksgiving to you. I hope you had a plate. Do you cook, Dane? I don't know. But if you were nearby, Dane, I would definitely give you a plate. With all the $2, you have earned that plate. Thank you so much, X-Men Superman Emma Frost, for the super chat. Ashley is on the money. A single man of that age giving marriage advice. Maybe if he was older, it would be okay, but not him. Pastor don't need nobody, nothing. And anybody just looking at Pastor Savion should absolutely know better. But clearly that man is up in there trying to sit and listen to his wife. And once again, X-Men Superfan Emma Frost, thank you so much for gifting someone a Sweet Pea membership. It's very, very much so appreciated. But yeah, this is not going to go well. Something about him feels extremely desperate. And I don't know if he's just desperate for information for his real job, or if he's just really a truck driver who's really desperate and falling on hard times. He might not be as into his sobriety as he's pretending to be. And he might be trying to push up on Carolyn and use her for whatever he can get, whether that's information or money. She bet not hand over a freaking dime. Please don't.
Please.
It's just no reason to. It's just too early. All I got is my name. I have 36 cents in a mocha, but I promise, if you give me a room, I'll pay you back. Carol, please. This is not that movie. What do you mean all you got is the name stays home? The name got my daddy blood on it. Girl.
Tina Turner.
stupid. All right, let's get into friend of man, because I'm keeping it. Francis, please. Francis, where's your money? Where is your money going? As all the licks you didn't hit at this point to sit in here in MJG's face and say that you're a professional, you should have the money. Next time we see pops, grandpa, pop, whatever, those property taxes better be paid off, and it better not be an issue. Because if you have been blowing thousands of dollars on the looks of it, but stunning, what you been down at a Magic City? Like where have you been, friend? Where is your money? Every time we look at friend, well, yeah, you got that. No, I ain't got that. I don't have nothing. No, I don't got that. Well, friend, I can go. I can give you 12. 12. I can give you 15. 15. Nah, that ain't enough. The market, this on the street. You're not on the street. Say, baby, this is a stolen car. What are you talking about, friend? Well, you know what? It really don't matter because I'm just gonna keep it. Boogie, know you keep it. I ain't gotta run nothing about Boogie. Oh, we getting real big for them bridges right now. Really? It's not about you running anything about Boogie. It's about you doing what you want to, and it's completely out of operation. We steal these cars, they chop them up, and we get our money. You don't keep anything. That's a key element to draw whatever right back to you. Because best believe the stolen car, somebody's looking for it. That's the whole reason that we chop them up and we disperse and it's gone, never to be seen again. No, you're keeping it and you're going to be riding around in these Memphis streets in this stolen car and just resting on the fact that, okay, baby, he checked it and look all under there. She's like, can you just do it for me, please? Can you just do it for me this one time? Because I don't have the money. What you got? I got $50. What you mean you got $50, friend? Oh, all the house and the property taxes that be straight. I swear. If we see pops and well, you know they about to come to Big Mama your arm. They about to come collect the big house. It's gonna be an issue. I don't know who she thinks she is riding down the streets in this car with the ratchet, but it is not going to end well. This is absolutely stupid. If the police don't catch her first, Boogie gonna catch her second. Ashley,
I already told you, jail or hell for friend. I don't see it. And I don't think she put a lick of money down on that tax debt. I honestly don't. She was out here buying Gucci and Fucci, and now she keeping this car for what? Franny, what you got to do in Memphis, girl? You just trying to be seen? You just want to be somebody? You want to be somebody. You want to go somewhere. You need to wake up and pay attention, Franny.
go somewhere.
Because it's not, you know what I mean? If you wanna go be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention, honey. That's what Whoopi said. She said they don't care how cool you think you are or who you kick it with. Listen, it's over for you, friend. I don't see it, Tyra. I don't know what's gonna happen with her. I don't think that she done put no more money in the business in selling her plates. I don't think she's put any money down on this tax debt. The only thing I know she did was she finally paid that $500 entrance fee. That's
It was
all she
for
done.
3 days. It was $500 for 3 days.
I don't understand it. And I think this is like that scarcity mentality. People who've never had anything, you get something and you want to, you want to, I guess, flex on them. I don't know what she's doing exactly. But this is dumb. Boogie is either going to beat her or turn her in because now you're competition. Now you're dipping into my profits. I brought you in on this not to be your own independent contractor, not to be your own 1099 employee, friend. I fear for her. And I mean, he's keeping it cute in that garage. He's being very kind to her and very sweet. But why don't you have $250 in cash on you? You done hit a couple jobs at least. We know you got a band from the first one. We know you got a good couple from that second one, just that we saw. And I'm sure you're so comfortable with it. You've done way more than that. If it's being known about the city, like her coworker said, they're taking even cars from here. They're taking them from everywhere. So these young boys, they're doing the most. And she took it like she was kind of proud of it. Like the look on her face was like, like I'm doing something. I hate this for her character. I do. I think she's beautiful. I want to see something different from Fran than just this. But I fear it's going to take a reality check. And I honestly hope it comes from Boogie versus the police or somebody else worse.
You think Boogie gonna lay hands on her?
He
Because he
might.
not above laying hands on nobody, clearly.
That's what I'm
Very
saying. He might.
violent.
But I mean, if she's living and not in jail, that'll still be better than what it could be.
The only leniency that she might get is because she's Fran the man and not man the man.
Yeah.
They just might consider maybe real Friday. Man, that's a female. Like she's still a woman. Like, girl, if you want damn Fran, I not like I just don't know what he would do because that's what it's going to come down to. Ah, this is I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think that it would go this way so quickly, or she would just get so full of herself.
Neither.
I just thought at least she would prioritize and just start, even if it is like this good money is quick. It doesn't seem like she's putting any to the side. What, you're just blowing it on labels? No, Francis, no. We gonna see. Well, I'm sure we'll see her cruising down the street in her 6'4" next episode. Let's go over here now before we get into the to the stuff here. I said, "Oh, y'all practicing? Y'all gonna leave the little orange mile pound? Leave the people alone just because they practice and they really not. Oh, I can't stand them. They always skating and shit, skating well, trying to win the competition, baby." Join the collective Discord so you can watch these things with us at time. Ashley was like, all this practicing just to lose." The skate competition is none and void. It was DOA. It's it's gone. It's done. It's I think the skate competition here never really actually mattered. This is just here as a as maybe like an ode to their innocence. Like, you know
Yeah.
what, yeah, this is what we used to do, and we just skate, and we just, and it's just like, yeah, I think it's gonna be a time far gone and far removed from by the time we get to the last episode. This will not really be important. We already said Francis holding you back. So what you gonna do? Francis can't stay with a little two left feet. But you just need to, get back into it, and we paid our money and this, that. It's just really not all that important. And then we have Ty here because everybody's talking about how they came up with their money, and Ty's face here for me was really getting into, yeah, Keisha, that money came from your daddy. That money low-key came from your daddy. But yeah, Bonafide coming through. Let's not be cute with Bonafide, because Bonafide is probably the reason why Ty got her half of the money. She's like, yeah. But what that strap on do, girl, I wouldn't know, because I didn't do none of that with Bonafide. I don't know nothing about that. But we're gonna keep practicing and we're gonna keep moving. Ashley, do you think we're going to get all the way down to that skate competition and even bother to hit the floor? I don't even think they're going to make it onto the floor in their damn roller skates.
I really hope we do get to see them fail doing the skating competition, because I think y'all are just playing. Like, and I do. I also think that this is about their youthfulness and these youthful dreams, and maybe getting a reality check in the moment, kind of symbolic to or mirroring what's happening in their like real life. But it's going to be a complete fail. All the money, all the pomp and circumstance, all these 30-minute practice sessions just to lose, it's futile at this point. And everybody's telling them. I mean, even Keisha, even Bria, before she about to slice Keisha up, say, and you got to get rid of Fran. Y'all might as well just quit now. Y'all not gonna win nothing. Like, get out of here. Even that little man, and the little boy she messing with the schlong, he told her the same thing. Fran can't skate. She can't skate. Like, we know that this is just a dummy mission. I mean, if it brought them together, that would be great. But I really do think this is going to just be the end of their childhood, the end of like that youthful wonder when this all plays out. And I think they'll just really have to get serious about life, whatever that looks like for each of them, because the way each of their paths are headed, it's giving very much destruction. It's giving very much, disaster. But we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, because when you watch that trailer, they standing there all gusted up, and all you hear, "Where's Fran? Is Fran coming? Is she gonna make it? Where is she? Are we even gonna make it on the floor with all three of us, or is Fran gonna get stopped by the police or Boogie because she want to keep the car?" Girl,
A mess.
we're gonna see. Ashley said all this practicing just to waste. Ashley said a waste of $500.
A waste. A waste.
But getting over here into the calm before the storm, I wanted to just rest in this moment here. And I am a sucker for utilizing a location. They are utilizing the hell out of this skate rink. Okay, so you don't get this lighting. We used to roll at the rink. Just okay. Bonafide gets here, and Ty's already kind of feeling some way because it's like, well, yeah, Bonafide probably, kicked her down, gave a little cute fun. I love how Fran's like, yeah. gave her some money or maybe an opportunity to be in a video, but at what cost? It's like, friend, you don't get to sit here and say at what cost. You hush. At what cost are you gonna be going to jail? But it's like, you know what? I'm gonna try to get bona fide on some skates. Cause she don't never skate. She always rolling up here, don't never skate, get a little photo ops. And we learn, of course, why she doesn't. But she says, hey, I'm taking you to my hood. Remember in the studio when you said, I could try something different? What all did you try? Like, huh? What
Hmm.
did you try? Don't hurt, try something different. And so, well, yeah, that's because I was trying to get you to shake your ass for me. Is that all we do? Shake a little ass, or do we make a little love, get down tonight? I feel like we found out what this strap be like. But regardless, we get out there and we're slow and we're going on the floor and we're trying to be close. I was like, this was. I don't know. I don't know what to make of Bonafide just yet before we get to the next scene. But I wouldn't even think that the Bonafide we met would try to give this a time of day because clearly we're about our image and this persona. And I can't believe you got me out here. I can't skate, but you got out here just for Ty. So there may be some more feeling there than maybe I thought. Eddie shows up. It was very belly, very I don't like that ish. All he needed was a flip wig and a banana. The lighting was great. The lighting, it was great because it really set this ominous, like, okay, what the hell? I think for the most part, we thought that it was going to get directly violent and try to attack Bonafide or, be damned, does he have a gun? Like, what's about to happen here? But actually, how did you feel about this relationship or what we have going on here between Ty and Bonafide and when Eddie showed up?
We know that the male ego is extremely extremely fragile, and although they're not together, you living up in that man mama house with him. And I mean, I do think that there's a modicum of respect that you show, or at least a modicum of honesty that you let somebody know, listen, I'm doing this on the side to get these funds. I want to be the one to tell you before someone else tells you. I think even as a friend, that's just like a matter of respect when you living in somebody's house and you share a child and all of those things. However, the way Big Eddie, Fast Eddie, loked up in there like he had that thing on him, like he was about to let his fofo pew pew in the skating rink. I said, what is he doing? He's got hate in his heart. Like I could see it, Tyra. And I was like, what are you doing? I didn't know if he was coming for bona fide. I didn't know if he was coming for 27 pieces. So 27 pieces gonna be sprawled out. And that 27 piece is going to be on the skating room floor, Tyra. I did not know what to expect in this moment. A man is never justified in coming at anybody like this. Like in the way he snatched up,
Snatched her up. Snatched
snatched
up.
up. I said, "Oh, baby, you gotta pay." And then the way he said, "You finna go with bonafide? So what you so what you like coochie now or whatever he said?" And I was like, "Oh God, you take it there? Is it that deep?" Like, I mean, it was just very ugly. It was very nasty. I didn't like any of it. It did honestly make me think he's put hands on her in the
Yeah.
relationship. I was like, this isn't just overnight. This isn't the first time he's approached her in this way. The way she was scared, the way she was shaking the table. I didn't like it at all. I was like, oh, Eddie V got issues. But again, it's that idea of people associate me with you out here in the streets. Memphis is small. I'm already seeing this. I'm trying to help you raise money for this competition, which hell, I didn't know he was doing that. Now you're here with this. And again, like I said, as co-parents, as living in the same house, I do think you share what you can, especially if there's no love lost. If y'all are literally just platonic friends, then what's the harm in saying this is what it is? I'm out on a date, I'm here, I'm wherever, not exact locations, but Eddie was out of line. I didn't like it one bit, and I thought it was about to go in a real way, but that's not how it went, Tyra. That's how I thought it was gonna go. That's not how it went.
I think they've definitely been in a situationship, and I don't know. This made me see Ty in a different light because I think she feels trapped. I think she
Mm.
feels trapped. Like when she said, "You act like I'm a charity case." I would love to know some more about Ty's background and why there is no one for her to turn to or just a plan to feel like I don't have to be here. Um, the snatching up and out in the open, baby. When the last time you laid hands on Ty? Because it's not your first time. This is not
Yesterday.
your first time. I was like, oh, Ty. This was rough. I felt really sorry for Ty and more so understood why she makes the decisions that she's making, even if they do seem out of line, borderline stupid and selfish. How many times and how much space has she had to really just think about herself? Even if, we are a mom and we do have, it's like, well, I've never been able to kind of be about me or make my own decisions. And I always got to act accordingly for this or that, or I got to play mom, or I got to be whatever to Eddie just because I live there and we have a baby together. I think she's just trying to jump off the porch in the worst, wrong way. And it's just going really, really wrong. But this was definitely not his first time trying to put his hands on Ty. She
Oh
said,
no.
you hurting me. You embarrassing me. I said, Bonafide, get up off of them skates. Take the damn
He's
skates off.
definitely, yeah, he's definitely gonna
But
slap the tribe. He over there. Oh my god.
getting over here. No, baby. Hey Mo, definitely need to check out this show. It is available on All Black. Hey, birthday twin. Um, this was not expected. The most I thought was Bonafide would come out here in defense and we would exchange words and maybe a few hands. Maybe, the jumping of it all. Maybe Eddie talking all this talk and he's holding. Who knows? But the way that he snatched her up and we're getting automatically hella aggressive because you think you have the right to, it was giving ownership and I did not like it. It was giving, you don't have no choice. You my baby mama. Very, very offset. I won. You my baby mama. What do you mean? He feels taken advantage of. His little ego is bruised. Because it'll be one thing to come in here and catch you with a man. You with bona fide? So you gay now? You saying she better than me? A woman is better than me? I'm Eddie. I've been trying to hold you down. I'm doing the best I can. I'm Anita Baker in this hole. Give you the best that I got. You ungrateful. Eddie is just mad. Mad as you are, you don't get to put your hands on her. You don't get to force her anywhere. You don't get to do that. And clearly, this is something that she's been doing. I think that this has been a violent exchange between them. But
Mhm.
before we could hem her up or try to choke her any further, Bonafide and the boys roll up outside. Dude's ego is on 25 because you can wear all the tattoos, you can dress, you can da 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 da. What Bonafide say? What skate? What skates you wear? B9? She say size 11, man. Yeah, go on, give them big ass skates. Know what they say about with big feet? Say Bonafide, please. I already told y'all once we were in the booth, and I was known that Bonafide walk, talks, eats, sleeps, breathes with this strap on. She don't never take it off. I said, oh, she ain't want to play with. You don't want to mess with that. She committed. Hell no. Leave Bonafide where she at. And I was just talking about Ty. I wouldn't even think about Eddie. And he came here and it was ringing out true. Disrespecting her. Get over here and got in Bonafide's face. You ain't no real man. You can eat, talk, sleep. You ain't gonna never spit on Bonafide. So okay. Knocks him out. I'm thinking that we're just gonna whoop Eddie's ass. We proceed to take out our strap on and shove it in Eddie's mouth. Who wrote that on the paper? Who wrote that on the paper? This was crazy to me to have Eddie roll up with the most hatred, the ego, the bravado, just boisterous and aggressive, abusive, even. And to have it delivered back to you immediately at the hands of a woman, a stud, via her strap on, and violate you in a way that you can't come back from. What they say, now you got a shoe bonafide now.
Yeah.
Eddie's
Yeah.
ego was so bruised just at the thought and the mention of Ty being outside at all, but you're outside with Bonafide. What does that say about me? You're your reflection of me. People out here thinking I'm less of a man. I can't handle you. I can't do anything for you. To the fact that you ran over here with her. Okay, now what is it? Because Bonafide put her strap on in your mouth, like, and made you suck it, like gag. You can't live after this. You can't leave the house. This was tragic. This was so aggressive and so violent. I was not expecting this. I was clutching my pearls, but I did not mind this. I did not mind this because for so long in the show, we only expected it to go so far. This lies like somewhere between roll bounce, ATL, and P Valley, but it's a sweet spot. we would never go here in a show like this. They said no. We can go wherever the hell we want to go. And I didn't mind it so much being Eddie. And I say this so often, especially when I have my reviews and I review any movies that have any male assault, any male rape, anything like that. We're always expecting and waiting for something to happen to women. We're always waiting for that. I think from the moment we met the ladies, it's like, okay, are you okay? Okay, friend of man, get out of that garage. Like, this is not safe for you. We don't go and we don't look at Eddie. We don't look at the bona fides. We don't look at any of that and go, oh, you're in jeopardy. Molly, you're in danger, girl. Eddie, you're not safe. And we wouldn't look for bona fide to be the aggressor because she is a woman. So the fact that they can flip it like this and knock me the hell out to where it's like, no, it is very much so that. And where you've been waiting for Keisha, because I know one episode, Keisha and Vaughn and in his house, we were like, Keisha, are you okay, girl? Get your skates. Fran, a man in a garage. Hell, even getting into Ty when she's in the studio. We're worried about their safety and their security as women. We never worried about the men, the Eddies, the Boogies, the whatevers of the world. I don't know where we go from this and how we even come back because Eddie is going to try to get it back in an even more violent way. And the only way to escalate beyond this is to really hurt her. I just don't know what's next. And that's good, but that's scary at the same time. Ashley, how did you feel about this scene?
So it's interesting because I don't like gratuitous acts of violence. I really don't like really like explicit types of violence against men or women. I just don't like it, especially like SA violence, right? However, I feel like the juxtaposition of him being from the Slapaho tribe, actively engaged in violence against a woman, and then having a woman in a split second later release violence on him. I mean, it was jarring, but it was like, okay. Like I was like, I can stomach this. It wasn't a moment where I was like, oh, I feel so bad for Eddie. But Eddie's got a couple of options at this point. Eddie can leave town. Eddie can leave Memphis. He can just pack his raggedy duffel bag and head out of town. Eddie can Eddie can become a recluse. Eddie can live a life at home through Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats, get an online job. Okay. The other option is he has to take out Bonafide. There, you don't. And it was an audience, and knowing Bonafide and them, somebody had a camera. And then also the fact that your baby, like if you put your hands on her before, the fact that she has seen you in this weakened capacity is only going to increase that violence against her in the future. So at this point, Bonafide, you really should have just taken him out. You don't want an enemy that you have put it in their mouth in this way, in front of a crowd, in front of it. This was the most emasculating act. And then for it to be from a stud who you said wasn't no real man. Because who's the man now? Call me Big Daddy. She said, I want you to choke on it. I said, well, damn.
I will say this was very modest. I didn't at any little slip of the angle. I appreciated the way that this was shot because people will go there. This is very shock and awe, and we could have went all in Eddie's throat. We didn't have to do that to get the point. I like
really
that.
big and they watered though, Tyra.
I do. I like that we focused on the face and the eyes, and that we could have been on the mouth. Ashley, we could have saw the actual act, and I like that we didn't have to do that. Less is more. It's cool.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, Bonafide, you kind of him. Like
Ashley,
I mean,
no.
I'm just saying, if you want to ride for somebody, you ride for me like that. If you see me in active abuse, listen, if you see somebody coming for my neck, Bonafide will do whatever you feel like you need to do to get them up off me, Bonafide. Like what can I say? You've been signed, and then I dare you to ever say anything to me the rest of your life, Eddie, except run me that child support. Really? Because I mean, like I said, like if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. You feel like you could choke me up outside the pink and upside the wall, this brick wall. You feel like you can disrespect me, call me out my name, do X, Y, or Z. That's how you feel, Eddie? Well, now your throat feels it. I don't have anything else to say, but I mean, You won't listen. We need steppers, and we can't control how them people step behind us sometimes.
This was a big step, though.
And
This is a very big step, and
it
I know
was, but Bonafide about that street life. She got it. She is, it's in her. It ain't on her, Tyra.
absolutely, but
Street life.
I don't know if Ty has traded one situation for another. This was very violent. This was
It
very
was.
violent, and to emasculate Eddie in this way, this is nothing that you said he could become a recluse and never leave the house again, or just leave. Period. No, Eddie's gonna try to get it back in blood, and I don't put it past him to try to hurt Ty or hurt Bonafide. I'm just gonna hurt somebody because
Yeah.
this isn't gonna stay in this parking lot on the side of the rink. This is gonna be around. You'll be forever known as Eddie who got gagged. Oh,
And I mean, but I'm just saying, at this moment in time, I think Ty is his prime target. I think this is probably the most dangerous situation for 27 piece because you've seen me in or he self-eliminates. That's the other option Eddie has at this point. I'm not putting that on him. I'm just saying the level of, we've seen people do it for less in these shows and movies, Tyra, and so these people saw it. Yo, but how can you look at the father of your child again and you didn't even put up a fight? Really?
I
Did
don't
you
know
even put up a fight?
what do we do after this? And
Like I
then
said,
Ty's like, no, like stop. Like I just y'all can like and she Ty tried to voice something. It's the exchange for me. And it's never okay to put your hands on a woman. Whooping Eddie's ass would have been very much so justified. He escalated it, of course, by because we're gonna match toxic masculinity with toxic masculinity, and you're gonna demean my manhood and you're gonna demean what I feel like mine is as a stud, fronting woman. Okay, let me show you who got the big dick. Like we're gonna do that. The fact that Bonafide could escalate and be that violent, and baby Bonafide was carrying, I was like, oh my god, this is terrifying. The fact that we could go there, I'm like, Ty, do you really know Bonafide? What exactly?
no, 27 piece. So no.
But what exactly? What exactly did you exchange? Like, because it was very much because they don't know each other that well. We don't know what all went on in that studio, but it's been the studio and really nothing else. We're not knee deep in a connection enough for you to come out here and do this. Like, it was very like look at Ty again, touch Ty again, and ba da 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 da. But
This,
the same way that Eddie rolled up and thought that he could hem you up as if he had some type of ownership, could Bonafide potentially treat you in the exact same way?
I mean, that's a potentiality because we don't know who Bonafide is. Outside the music, outside Bonafide got hoes, outside Bonafide got a little cute coin in the studio, you know what I mean? But what really came up for me when I was watching this, it really gave Bonafide is very much acquainted with DV in some way. I don't know if Bonafide saw their mama get beat or whatever, but it was very much like, I'm not gonna sit here and watch a man put his hands on a woman. We don't know what Bonafide's past is. Has Bonafide been abused? We don't know. But this I feel like was more than 27 piece because you're right. Just like 27 piece doesn't know Bonafide from Adam, Bonafide don't know 27 piece like that, except she saw a situation. I honestly think the spit sent it over the edge. And my thing is, if you not equipped, if you not about that life for real, and you not about that smoke, don't play with people. Don't play with your bodily fluids on people. Keep your hands to yourself and be an upright young person. Now, this is not prison adjacent, so I was not expecting anything of the sort. I was
Everything
not
that
expecting.
happened in prison, actually.
I'm just saying.
But
I was.
speaking of a prison, when you get into those lockdown, deliverance, type of moments in TV, this is very much so like a TV history kind of moment. I've never seen anything like this.
I don't
I've never
know.
seen like a just position in a switch, like a role reversal in this way. I've never seen this. And if anybody wanted to have some virality or get this show like all right, ship it, put it on stars right after P Valley. This is the way to get it over there because what? Y'all did what over there on All Black? This is
Eddie's
this
eyes in that bottom right hand picture, y'all, his eyes were bulging, the tears were coming out. And only if you know about talking on the microphone do you know how far that thing went in his throat. I don't know. It was a lot going on here. And I thank them for not showing it as much as they could
yeah,
have.
yeah,
We
they
did
could have
see
really
it though.
exposed
We
it.
did see the strap though before
Yeah,
it
we saw
went
the
to
strap.
him.
They needed us to see how massive it was. So I feel like You about to put that where, Bonafide? What the hell? This was a very strong choice, and it leaves such it leaves
Room.
the show a room. It leaves the room to go anywhere. I don't know what to think.
I fear. I fear.
That was just such an innocence. And our first, discussion is like, oh, it's giving like a poetic justice. It's giving ATS a little bit of roll bounce, with a little. No, this was very, very violent. And I'm very terrified of Bonafide for Ty to escalate in this way, because it would have been nothing. Spit or not, they could have beat the raggedy brakes off of Eddie. You did that. That has a different notation about your character.
This honestly felt like one of those. It felt like, I don't know if y'all read urban fiction, but it felt like one of them books. It felt like the stud drug dealer that runs the block, and somebody questioned their studliness,
It was the
and it
coldest
went
winter ever.
down.
Television.
It definitely felt like that. It definitely felt, yeah, like we was in them urban lit streets. But hey, y'all, if y'all wanted a moment,
Y'all got it. Y'all have the
y'all,
moment. I can officially say I have never seen this in another show. You're special. You're very, very special. A risk taker, if you will. Actually, anything else on this before we get to our last scene?
I told y'all the options that Eddie has at this point. You don't walk away from this, okay? You don't rub that. You blot that. That's $100,000 alpaca. A debt has to be paid in this moment. You know what I'm saying? And Bonafide, I mean, Bonafide likes exerting this power energy, which does make me nervous just for the character as a whole. But also, Bonafide has an entourage, so I don't know how Eddie makes a clean approach or really catches Bonafide slipping like that. But one way or the other, by the end of all of this, either Eddie or Bonafide is out of here. There's no way, by whatever means, I don't think both of them survive this.
I
I
just don't
don't.
understand. Like, we share a whole daughter living under the same roof. Like, and how do we even look at how do we pass in the night in the hallway? Like, how do you go home?
I don't know.
And
I
then
can't look at
like,
you
it's
anymore, Eddie. I can't look at you
and
personally.
if it's all of that, I don't know. I don't see Eddie rushing to ring out and tell anybody about this or his mother, but you definitely can't go there. Can you go live with Bonafide? Is Bonafide going to support your lifestyle enough to where you got a little apartment? So like,
With your daughter in bona fide pose? Like, you better knock on Keisha's door. She might have an extra room. I don't know. This goes. Because what do you think in this moment is really going through 27 P's? Because she's like, stop, stop. And then it got
bro,
quiet.
like yeah, it was very like okay, a little ass whipping, but not that. Like I don't want that. This is still someone I've been in a relationship probably since high school. The father of my daughter. Like these are situations and ramifications. I can't come back from this. Eddie and I, regardless of anything, we cannot come back from this. And we don't know all about Eddie's character. We are assuming from how he rolled up and snapped, like this is not your first time in some way laying your hands on Ty, but there's
Mhm.
laying hands or having aggressive, conversations or being argumentative. This is something else. You've been emasculated like your man. Like thank you. It was the one that wink and not the one that stink. Oh my god, Bonafide, no. But let's go.
Bonafide said he that one. Like, don't play with her. I don't know what your pronouns are, Bonafide, but Lord Jesus, that was a lot. You did a lot, Bonafide.
Much. But getting here, daddy call, like the slick talking pimp he is. What's up, baby girl? Yeah, we got him.
Got it.
Who? We got him. Jerome, the killer. Sass. It's a damn shame. Yeah, you owed him some money. Somebody who works for you that you knew about all along, Pastor Savion. You know exactly what happened to Jerome and why. Why are you playing these games, sir? if the pastor's talking, he's lying. All of this, we found Jerome's killer and we break him down like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, it's finally the moment. I thought I would just leave this earth without knowing what happened to Jerome and why. And you fix this, daddy. Daddy wants to be the fixer. Daddy not only wants to get close to Keisha because the way that she was screening those calls, answering rude as hell, like, daddy, what do you want? Yes. Like, yeah, well, I did something. Not only did I help you, but you can also move past this and forget about it. Daddy's involved. Maybe not directly, but you were involved enough to be close enough to the action to know what happened to Jerome, why, and who the killer was. You probably just, hey, he owes somebody some money and he can't collect. Owed who some money? Somebody who's under you, one of your underlings. Like what's really going on here? He's expecting this to fix something between himself and Keisha, and this is just going to make things worse when she finds out. Because Keisha at this point still doesn't know exactly who her daddy is. It's all just a rumor and talks. She know how to chill over here with Vaughn though. Rubber thigh again, Vaughn. But Vaughn makes his intentions very, very clear. Like, girl, when you gonna let me get to them yams, Keisha? Can I get to the yams?
Yams.
Sweet, sweet yams. Show
Yams.
me the way, because I got bills to pay. Keisha, come on. We're getting more and more involved with Vaughn, and Bria was simply nothing to play with her blade. Once she gets untased and she get up off of that floor, it's still going to be ongoing, and she's not going to let this go. But actually, how did you feel about these tears of joy? Do you feel like Pastor Savion might be telling the truth?
Hell no. Keisha, if we didn't know before, if we were not like, if I was not fully convinced that Vaughn, is that his name, was the unaliver, this absolutely convinced me in the moment. Vaughn did that. Vaughn is so tied to Jerome's unaliving, it's sickening. Savion is sick. Savion is a sicko. Passa is a liar. Nothing of the sort. If someone turned themselves in, it's because you convinced them to. You said you was gonna take care of their family. You made some sort of deal just to get this off Keisha's mind and off her back. But there is a true villain out here, and it's not the person. That was too easy. And like I said, I find it odd that she would be in the arms of Vaughn when she gets that conversation. It would not surprise me if Vaughn had everything to do with Jerome's unaliving and her daddy. Because I don't think the daddy liked her being with that boy. I think the daddy knew what Jerome was into, and I think he had a hand in it. Now, did he do it himself? I don't think so, but he definitely had a hand in it. I think this is a mess, and I think Keisha's a fool if she believes her daddy in this moment, just like she was a fool when she tased Bria and didn't stomp her out. Because like I said, they don't die, they multiply. There's a lot of loose ends this episode, and it makes me nervous because that's not how the streets work, baby. These people are coming back, and they're gonna come back for blood. That's how this works. That's how it works.
I don't know. After big bad bonfire, I don't know what to expect. I'm just all ears. I'm just waiting in the wings. But Ashley, predictions for the next episode, if any at all.
Fran is getting himped up next episode. Fran is getting, I don't even know how many episodes this season has, but Fran very quickly is going to get a reality check either by Boogie, either by the feds, either by somebody. Somebody's got to deal with Fran the man. As far as Keisha's gonna learn that life's not a game, sweetheart. Like there's big bad things out here, and I hope she finds the truth. I don't know if she'll find out something about the pastor or about Vaughn, but I think she'll get a revelation next episode. As far as 27P, she gonna have to put her life back together, baby, because I don't know. I don't know what you thought this was about to be. It'll be cute if she and Bonafide have a brief little move-in situation, but that's not gonna last long. Bonafide is for the streets, clearly. We know that. I think we still have to deal with 6'4" and the mama. They covered so much this episode. So if episode 6 is anything like episode 5, we'll touch on everybody's storyline. But child, after seeing that, I don't know what they're gonna do next. Child, I really don't know how fast they're gonna move this along.
I think Carolyn gonna reach down in her purse to pay your way and your homeboy's way and sometimes your cousin's way. All about 6'7", ma'am. They don't never have to pay. Don't have no cars. Hang around in bars, trying to hang around with stars. Like my dude. All you asked that man to do was come with you to an Erica Badu concert. That's all you did. So yeah, now I think Kara's gonna fall for the okey doke and get her feelings hurt in the process, regardless of what his intentions are. We know that they aren't positive, and it might cause her to relapse and mess up her sobriety. That's gonna be messed up because Mama, no, Fran. God damn it, Fran. Fran is gonna get a rude awakening by Boogie. I think she's gonna have a little piece of fun. Ain't it fun living in the big world? She's gonna have a good time in that car briefly before things blow up in her face. Whether that's Boogie or I don't think we're gonna introduce any police right away. It might be a little street business though, because who you think you are? You know, she was already kind of in over her head, and there's this innocence, like you said, to all of them that's being stripped away. It's just like, well, okay, my bad. Let me just give it back then. Yeah, no, you out here doing what you want to do. Who do you think you are? I don't want to see Fran get no hands laid on her or anything like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's where we're going because Fran is doing what she want to do. Baby Ty gonna try it. Okay, mark my words. Ty is gonna try it. This is gonna shake Ty to the core, and she's gonna try to be cute and go back. Oh, I gotta get back to nursing. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to school and do the right thing and my baby and oh God, what she did what to Eddie? Oh yeah, let me go to class. She's gonna try to go to class with all of this on her brain and go take a test and it's gonna go miserably. Because you don't get to, it doesn't work like that. You haven't studied. We ain't seen you lift a book, but to set up your ring light, okay, and your laptops. None of that is going to be feeling horribly. I don't want to see her nowhere near Eddie next episode. Nothing good can come from us seeing Eddie next episode. I don't discount Eddie to roll up for revenge in a different way, but just not in episode 6. Please don't show us Eddie. I'm scared. Let's see, Keisha gonna be over there with Daddy Savion. And thank you, Daddy, and who is, and he's gonna be trying to tell her what he feels like she wants to hear to get past this, and I'm the best daddy ever. But I don't think it'll be long before she realizes who her daddy is, especially when she finds out you was doing what, Daddy? Because Ty didn't say nothing about, yeah, your daddy was naked with a cowboy hat on my screen, sending me $500. We didn't say anything about that. But those things will be unclothed. Hopefully next episode.
Hopefully.
Like, y'all, that was the thing. This was great. I love the conversation. I love a show that opens up dialogue for different things that we don't get to discuss on a regular basis. Even though this was so left field for me and something that I didn't expect, it's good to get what you didn't expect in TV these days. Ashley, anything you want to say on the show and anything you want to say at all before we get out of here?
Oh, child, no. Thank y'all so much for coming through and watching Grits. Thank y'all. And if you're not watching, why not? Go over there to All Black and watch it. Either get the free trial on Prime Video or go to their app and download it. But thank y'all for coming through and supporting the live. We appreciate y'all. Don't forget Tyra's movie nights tomorrow. And we're watching Ex Machina, I think. I don't think either one of us have seen it. And then, Monday nights are for Dairy. So be there or be square.
Absolutely. We will see you guys next time, and everybody have a wonderful night.
Good night.
I don't do titles. If I do, it'll be Michael. Keisha spicy, tipping trainy. Yellow bone chick look like hey Donnie. Freaking the sheets, bring on them please. Been hooked since big old free. I realized that I was with R&B. I'm gonna start rap beats. These got no name on them. Wish these hoes stop trying to